Hello everyone and welcome to Nexus Commentaries. Glad you could be joining us tonight as we have, well, the team names, Randy Newman versus, I should have asked how to say this, YavapaiCounty Youth Chess and Swim Team. Is that just that first part there? It's really tricky to say. So, joining me tonight we have Rabies Facts. That's it. You just get me tonight. And, yeah. So, we're just gonna call them Swim Team, because that's the end of their name. Swim Team, won the coin flip. They chose to have Matt pick. And they chose to go to Sky Temple, giving the first pick over to Randy Newman. And on top of that, the bans were Alterac and Braxis were banned out by Swim Team, and Tomb and Battlefield of Eternity banned out by Newman. Sorry. The team was like, we can sit around and wait 8 minutes for the official start time. Like, we can start early, it's alright. So, we'll see what they want to do. Either way is perfectly okay. But, if you choose to have Matt pick, then generally that means you have some kind of specific strategy in mind. Some kind of cheese. I know you read all of NGS chat channels, you would have seen it as well. There was a huge long discussion on Juice Pirates today. And I know Sky Temple is a popular map for that strategy. So we could be seeing Juice Pirates. I would be excited to see Juice Pirates. I think it's fun to watch. I think it's exciting. And it's nice variety from the general strat of the hero brawler that you see. Other strategies could just be a standardized team fight. You could see some split pushing using Zagar in the top lane, a Falsa in the top lane. Even Dahaka sometimes can sit up there and just kind of split push a little bit more than you would normally see. Sylvanas, get Merc Queen, push the Bruiser camp through that top lane. We did also recently had a balance patch that buffed a lot of supports. So some teams might be looking at double support even more than before. We already seen it quite a few times, in fact, before this patch, and now we might even see it even more. Tassadar, of all people, one of my personal favorite heroes, got a huge amount of buffs. 100 health at level 1, which is a ginormous amount of health at level 1 to be getting extra of. He got Globe Quest was reduced by like half almost. It was 10. But regardless, it used to be 40, so it is come down all the way to half from where it was originally released from. It's now 20 to finish. They did nerf the amount of shielding you got extra from it to compensate, but hey, the more pickable talents you have, the better it is in general. So that got buffed. His slow auto when they're in Storm got buffed. The physical armor reduction got buffed. A lot of good talents got buffed from being, it's not really as good as the Storm build was, to pickable. And more pickable talents means more build flexibility, and more build flexibility means that the more variety of drafts you could pick that hero in and have them perform well. Tassadar can basically carry a game at 20 if he goes, well, either alt can do it in the right setup, but Archon especially is a monster at level 20. Infinite Archon. Archon could be its own hero and be absolutely amazing. You also had the Psionic Link. The extra CC is super good now too. They buffed that extra bonus bounce damage. Ariel creates more of her own energy now by quite a bit. They nerfed what you got from the ally a little bit, but you got more from your own. A Q, if it hit, I think it was like if you hit all 7 minions in a wave plus a hero, was like a full health bar before. It's going to be pretty close to hitting just a minion wave is going to be a full energy bar for Ariel, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Rhaegar lost a little bit of health, but with his new shield talent at 1, the way they reworked it, he would have more effective health if he's doing damage with Lightning Shield. So he's a little bit tankier if you choose that specific talent, a little bit less tanky than before. Lost some auto attack damage as well, which of course hurts his crit damage as well on his Z, but could be a viable offlaner now because he's got self-sustain without having to use Q as often. So you get to totem in their wave, put the Lightning Shield in their wave, it's going to sustain you, it's going to clear the wave, it's going to give you a lot of nice bonuses, and that's going to be phenomenal as well. Blaze got some nice buffs as well. I know there's been rumors of solo or main tank Blaze, not necessarily solo tank, but main tank Blaze being a lot more viable now with that charge wind-up time being significantly reduced there. What else happened in the patch yesterday? Let's just pull up the patch notes, shall we? What else is there? Teams are waiting for people to finish WoW Quest. So that's why they chose not to start, even though it's in the lobby. We'll just keep going over the patch notes here. Volskaya Protector got buffed, so that's even stronger now. We talked about Blaze already. Diablo got a series of talent changes here. Specifically, I think the biggest one was his 13 damage quest. Was reducing the damage, but hitting, once you hit 5 enemies into a wall, it now reduces armor by 15. So a little bit less base damage in that, but more utility, as you reducing armor is a nice utility to have because it lets your teammates kind of finish that off a little bit. Johanna got a single talent buff. Chen got nerfs and buffs. So buffs to underpick talents, which were usually utility-based talents, and then nerfs to his high-picked ones. So Eye of the Tiger, for instance, got nerfed by 10%, but Storm's Out Secret Recipe, which was a level 20 that's now been buffed 2 times, at level 1, has now been buffed by another 0.5%. Accumulating Fame was nerfed, Spell Power Reduction was buffed, so Withering Flame buff there. The biggest thing for him, though, is the Storm Earth Fire cooldown increased from 100 seconds to 120. That's pretty big, as now you have to be a little bit more lenient on when you use that and make sure it's going to secure a kill. Imperius got buffed. He was already seeing a decent amount of play still. And he got buffed. A lot of his talents got re-upped. Leoric got a health buff as well of about 90 health. And we're actually jumping straight to draft. There wasn't a countdown there. Let me just quickly jump back to this. As we head into Sky Temple Game 1, Randy Newman versus Swim Team. Guys, look how weird that first word is. I don't know how to pronounce it. I should have asked. 4 bans. I am looking for the Tassadar ban. I think Tassadar is first ban now. In all situations. We could see some bans that target Juice Pirates. We could see... What else could we see? We can see all kind of bans, really. Zeratul could be banned. He's still an absolute monster in the late game. Plus VP setups. Dahaka could get banned out. Globals are super good because Sky Temple's a generally larger map. Really, you can also look at tank bans. They're going to ban out the Brightwing, so it is going to be a global going away, but not one you generally see that often being picked up. It's not a bad one at all. Definitely worth banning if you're not comfortable facing it, or if you're planning on going heavy dive, or you think they're going to go heavy dive, because it works in both scenarios. We see the Kel'Thas ban coming out. Pretty standard ban for really Division B and down. You see it quite a bit. Even sometimes trickling into Division A. Not usually seen Heroic that much. Maximum value from Kel'Thas is determined by the enemy and how much they spread Loving Bomb, more so than your own skill, which is how I feel about it, so I don't care that much about them unless I think my teammates are going to spread it. The other ban we see coming out from Randy Newman is the Johanna ban. Johanna is the most played hero for both teams. They're both 2 and 3 on it currently this season. So a solid, definitely a solid ban coming out. It's a little bit some scouting potentially. Maybe they're planning on going an auto attacker. They could be looking at Illidan, honestly. They're setting up for an Illidan or a Tracer kind of right now, removing blinds, removing the polymorph. Not too bad of an option. We see the Kira band coming out, still pretty strong even after her nerfs and the bug fix. But overall, a solid ban still. Definitely worth banning. We see the Abathur first pick. Not bad, not bad. A fan of Abby. Abathur gonna scale very well into the late game. Also brings Mule, which can definitely help mitigate some of the damage from the temples. So that's what they're going for. Now, we're gonna see what they're picking here for Swim Team, as they were the ones that picked them up. They're gonna pick the buffed Imperius, and they're just gonna let him handle things. And there's a Maiev pick as well. Maiev, super strong, basically an assassin with tank levels of setup. We see ETC picked up for Randy Newman here. ETC for Randy is 1 and 4 currently. They've played that hero 5 times as well, but have not had major success. And now we have the Uther coming out as well. Divine Shield Mosh potential here. We also have Clone. They're definitely setting up to hyper carry something, it looks like, as we see the Butcher band out. Definitely potentially a scout there, as it could be a could have been scouted out, could have been something that they were just scared of going, haha, no thanks, not the Butcher please. Butcher, an absolute monster in the late game, very good at setting up at least 1 kill each team fight. I like to pair Butcher with Li Ming, let Butcher run in, get a kill, and then let Li Ming finish the fight from there. As the next ban for Randy Newman is going to be the Ana ban. Definitely a solid ban as well. Don't want your 12-second cooldown heals from Uther to be mitigated. ETC very reliant on heals. Abathur also healing with his shield. So very solid bans coming out from both teams. Potentially scouting coming out as well. There's the Blaze. Looks like it's going to be a main tank Blaze since they already have the Imperius. But could be a main tank Imperius with a more bruiser-y 4-man. They really have a lot of CC coming out from them right now. There's the Rhaegar, which we talked about earlier. He's going to have the cleanse option to let someone get out of the mosh potentially to go back in and cancel it. As we see the last 2 picks going to be picked up here soon by Randy Newman. And we got about 10 seconds left. Looking for another damage dealer. Maybe an offlaner, but maybe a second healer. Well, they're going to pick up the Orphea and Genji. So they're just going to... Really, it's kind of squishy. Like, their entire team... Like, Uther's their tankiest character. Especially if he goes Holy Shock. Could see Dragon Blade with D-Shield. Could see ETC Mosh with D-Shield. Could see Eternal Feast on top of Mosh. Could see Chomp, or the Jaws. I don't know what the name of that one is, even though it's more common. Wow, we have 5 melee heroes effectively on Chess and Swim Team here. With the Zarya, they are super tanky versus super damagey. That is going to be quite the matchup. They could just run it down a single lane almost, it feels like, from Swim Team here. Just march out a single team lane as 5, use all your sustained power, and just try to end the game super quickly before Orphea and Genji and Abathur really have a chance to develop that much. As we're heading into Game 1, Sky Temple. Let's take a look at who's playing who. Playing the Genji, we have Randy Newman. Playing Orphea, we have Randy Newman. Playing Uther, we have Randall Newman. Playing the Abathur, it's Randy Newman. Playing ATC is Randy Newman. Playing the Rhaegar, we have Andre. Playing Zarya, Shane CB9. Imperius is being piloted by Hybrid Remix. Blaze is being picked up by Blue Space Hat, and Maiev being played by Insight. Very interesting names from both teams. We have 4 Murkies and a Pleb portrait on one side versus no we have a Pleb portrait on that side as well, but no synergy from Randy Newman's team. I'm actually going to adjust sound real quick because he's speaking a little loud in my ears at least. If it's a little quiet now for you guys, go ahead and tell me in a couple minutes when you see it, and I will readjust it. Better for you guys to hear it than for me to not hear it. We have Prog Rock being picked up for the extra sustain. It is Silver Touch, which is pretty standard on Uther. We actually see the Abathur is going to be heading into the bot lane. It looks like you'll actually have 2 people. Alright, they're going to rotate Blaze back down. Pressurized Glands for the Abathur for the extra damage. Maximum charge for Zarya. Swift has the wind there. Nothing too crazy just yet from talents. We see Blaze is going to head into new habits for the Unstoppable. Randy Newman. This is going to be fun, just calling everyone on this team Randy Newman constantly. Alright, well, we have Power Slide going out. We have damage going up, but it's not quite getting low. Like, half health on a Maiev is still a lot of health on a Maiev. Especially if you have a Zarya shield bubble going out there on the Blaze. They're going to swing in there, start putting that out. Randy Newman on the Genji, heading bot. After using the mines to push up instead of trying to stop rotation. Imperius just sitting here, passively so good. Both supports actually fighting for the vision a little bit. Rhaegar actually just picking his level 1 talent there. Imperius still hasn't picked at all. Orphea going into the Q build that was buffed recently. So it's going to be the percentage damage on Imperius. A little interesting that he delayed it so long for such a standard talent. Genji with Abathur Het taking the siege camp here. Trying to use beetles to soak that lane still. They're using ETC in the mid lane and Uther Orphea in the top lane. Go ahead and drop down the talents. We see Zarya moving super forward. She's trying to get some energy from potentially tanking the towers. Doesn't need it, as Orphea and Uther give her half a health, energy bar anyways. And Imperius could probably push this up a little bit if he wanted to. But he wants to make sure that if anyone does rotate down here, then they don't get any of this XP freely. Middle lane, we have the Rhaegar ETC Uther combination going out, and Rhaegar is going to be forced to heal himself up. But he's alright, he's alright. We got 3-man rotating down now from Swim Team here. They're going to go in a little bit here, but not quite having the CC chain that they needed to potentially get a pick off. They're going to head... They have no one top, so they need to watch that. Rhaegar's going to get this camp because Rhaegar's boss at doing camps. He's going to get the help from Maiev. Nobody top for either team, but you do have the Abathur Het soaking that. Uther Orphea deciding to go in for the Bruiser camp a little bit early, I'd argue, but nothing too crazy here as both teams pick up level 4. You see Give Me 20 regen globe quest on the Zarya. Not a talent I feel like I normally see, but I'm not also 100. I'm not a one-trick Zarya, so I couldn't tell you how much certain talents change. I actually see Healing Totem picked up for Rhaegar. I feel like there's a Lightning Shield talent at that level, but I'm not 100% sure. A little off today, apparently. Holy Shock being picked up for the Uther, so he is going to be the tankiest person on their team, arguably. Prog Rock is going to help ETC if the fights go long. And you have the dash build coming out from the Genji, looking at finishing off kills that Orphea sets up for him. Uther could also poke people down pretty well. Holy Shock potentially setting up a kill there. Blade Dance, pretty standard on Maiev. And increasingly over. Nope, so pretty standard on Imperius still too. As there, it looks like they're just going to be trading objectives. Middle going to go to Randall Newman, and top lane going to be picked up by Insight on the Maiev for Chess and Swim Team. And slowly build up how much of their name we're going to say here. As we have one wall going down, second wall about to fall down, pretty even on the objective still. As in fact, Swim Team's going to move down and push them off and going to take a couple shots here from the mid objective as well. I have still sitting comfortably in the top lane with no contestation at all. Abathur, while strong in the late game, does possess a weaker early game, so they are going to be able to take the fight here on Swim Team. The Rhaegar is getting pretty low. The Swift Strike already down though for the Genji. Maiev is moving in now as well. She's going to blink in. She's going to tether up the Uther, but gets stunned out. She's going to end up falling there. Zarya bubble also still on cooldown, and Rhaegar wasn't there in the fight. Uther's still around. Rhaegar's going to fall down to the Abathur Het sitting on the ETC. And now Randy Newman. Oh! He looks like he stepped up into the bush and got picked off by Imperius, who was hiding the whole time down there, passively soaking. As level 7 is picked up by both teams, including Mule. Mule, important Mule, for finishing that off. Apparently, top objective wasn't finished. It had like one shot left, and so they went up there and were able to finish that off as well. Super low on this fort here, as they're kind of just trading around. No one's really that big of a threat just yet, as I mean, an Uther and ETC are pretty tanky when you're not stunning them. We do see Ravenous Hunger coming out from the Orphea. Gonna look for that late game scaling damage from the Chomp. Oh, pretty interesting. We actually have maximum charge already finished for the Zarya. Did a good job of keeping her energy up to finish that off. What I feel like is pretty early. We do have Maiev and Zarya taking this camp, Blaze is soaking top, Rhaegar soaking mid, Imperial soaking bottom against the Abathur hat. Genji's taking the siege camp, Bruiser camp gonna push out. Bruiser camp might finish this fort. Only 4,200 health left on it. Only a couple hundred more than Blaze currently has. Let's see here, what's this one? Some shielding, some extra damage there on the Q for Imperius. They're going to be sitting up here. The Bruiser camp might have been slightly early. If it was picked up a little bit later, they could have pushed in during the objective to allow them to say, give us the advantage on the objective, or give us the keep. Mule's going to heal this up anyways as it is. But now you have 3 people down here with the siege camp. They could also push in, try to push down the wall, maybe pick up the well early on. Let's go ahead and take a peek at what Genji's looking at here. Genji's moving around. He's just moving down. Just casually inching his way forward, just trying to keep enough scout. Looking to backdoor potentially. Get a pick off on the Maiev. So we'll go ahead and zoom out as the ETC moves in there. And they're going to stun Maiev with the Uther. And there is the Genji pick off that he was looking for using the Abathur hat on the Uther. There are level 10s picked up now. We do see Dragon Blade coming out from Genji. We do see the standard ultimate evolution from Abathur. We have Warden's Cage Combustion coming out from Blaze, going for that bunker. We see Divine Storm Uther coming as well as the Eternal Feast. And Mosh Pit. Ancestral Healing from the Rhaegar, another standard pick there. Still waiting on Zarya, which can be Graviton to set stuff up as well. As Uther's going to start getting CC Chain, he's going to queue himself back up though. And it's actually going to be Rhaegar who's going to fall to the damage from Orphea. Genji just died him, and it's going to be Graviton Surge. Imperius probably going to pick up his shield, I imagine. It's actually the Abathur clone ETC, so that way Rande Newman on the ETC could stay on the objective. Maiev getting stunned there as well, but she's going to pull 2 close back in. Orphea's going to be able to dash back out. There's the Uther trying to get out, but there's the Mosh Pit on 4 with the Dragon Blade and Eternal Feast. This was the combo that they were looking for, and they get 2, 3, 4 kills dead as Rhaegar was just finishing respawning. He's on his way back right now. Pretty clean kill. They're going to move up and take boss. Really smart play on their part. Saying the boss will get more than the objectives last quarter will, so we want the boss first, then we'll look at it. Arthur needs to be careful. He understands. He saw that. He should have finished taking vision first. If he was still there, he was still there. If not, he was not. You weren't going to catch him out. It's going to be Wrath of Angerus on the Imperius. He's going to charge out, look for a pick off potentially there, as there goes the boss to Randy Newman. And now both teams are responded. They have a chance to contest this bottom objective, but most likely they'll just choose to... That was a weird auto from that. I don't know if there was anything there. I didn't see anything. But they're going to choose to instead defend the boss, try to save as much as they can. This fort's definitely gone between the shots and boss. It's just gone. But you're trying to protect as much of your keep wall as you can. Randy Newman on the Genji. That Randy Newman. Not this Randy Newman. Not this one. This one, but this one. Half health on the Genji. He's going to, if you're cute, there's his health bar. Anyways. I was going to say needs to be careful getting that close to the enemy. They could turn the Maiev, but it doesn't matter. They didn't. We have Spatial Efficiency picked up for the Abathur. His Q damage as well. A lot of damage in that hat right now, as he also got Needle Spine. We still have the dash build from the Genji. Pretty standard there. Invasive. Alright, so activatable passive on Orphea to get a heal if people are around her. Blessed Champion. So actually that's a lot of out of combat healing. This is basically Tank Uther at this point. I mean, it is straight up Tank Uther. Not gonna lie, that's Tank Uther. They are effectively running main healer Abathur, I'm gonna argue, and main Tank Uther. Because main Tank Uther is awesome. There goes the ETC power slide. There's the Unstoppable coming out. He's going to dodge the Uther stun with it and, you know, dash out on that Blaze in the mid lane there. Meanwhile, Bruiser Camp already started. The Randy Newman's going to start it now, or Nandy Newman is going to start it, in fact. Orphea, they're freezing the wave. Well, one of them's freezing the wave back here. One's freezing, like, clearing the wave up here. This is effectively a close cut. See, Blaze is sitting here still. It's around a little over half health, but he's alright. He can always heal himself up. Earth Living Enchantment. Interesting choice for the Rhaegar there. some dot healing if people are below 50% fuel leak coming up from Blaze, another standard talent. Some blade armor on the Maiev, so that's combat armor over the more consistent blink armor that you sometimes see come out from her. Crazy here, hitting 2 targets reduced. Pinball Wizard picked up on ETC, so he's actually super bursty as well. But you kind of want that extra burst with the Genji to help set him up. Once Genji pops off and starts resetting, like, it's pretty good. Swim Team gonna choose to push in with the tower here and just gonna trade towers, but then they're gonna push in as well to try to help it get to the next building. With a mule, you have to secure the building kill, or it was just gonna get healed up by that, as we already saw the mule tick a little bit. But it doesn't matter because they're pushing up with it. They're just going to keep Zarya here because Zarya can solo this. But Randy Newman doing the same thing, and they have the help of a bruiser camp. So they need to move up potentially if they want to stop this. Maybe wrap around, finish off the fort behind the minion wave. You have like 2 tanks, a healer, and a Maiev. Like, you could probably finish this off if you want to. You're giving up a lot of pressure up here though, I gotta say. They've taken the whole keep wall. It is worth more. More XP than really anything else. Well, not unless they take the keep too. That's worth even more XP. As level 16 Vantage going over to Randy Newman, we do see that they back now. They're going to look for a potential engage, maybe a pickoff. This is where the Imperial Assault could come in. As we see a bunch of slows. There's Eternal Feast coming out. 1, 2, 3 charm. It's just going off. They didn't need a Mosh to set that up. It's just going to go. She's low on mana though. She needs to be careful. She's going to get tethered back in. There goes the Blaze Stun though. She's going to die. She's going to give herself away. Genji missing the dash through the wall. We caught that. We caught that, Randy Newman. I know, wrong one, right? Randy Newman. We caught that. We caught that there. And ETC down here with the Uther. They're going to take that siege camp. No problemo. It's actually a Beacon of Light. Yeah, so this is like full Q build Tank Uther. Tank Uther having multiple builds. But this is the full like self-sustained Q build one. Like, it's really hard to kill him. Unless you straight CC him. There goes a Mosh Pit though on 1. That's the Graviton Blaze Stun though, getting interrupted. They're gonna get Maiev ult there, as there goes Divine Storm, but it's not gonna be enough, as Uther's already dead, ETC is dead as well. This is just a clone ETC. And you just let that go. They can kill it for the little extra XP. That's a pretty clean set of ults coming out there from Swim Team as they just kill that. They're gonna move in here now, try to kill this off, as it was getting healed up by the mule. They're actually gonna kill the mule slightly before it times out. Probably 1 or 2 ticks of heal that's gonna be dodged there. Rhaegar was in fact tanking it, so he needs to be careful as the Genji dies, but the minions were blocking his Q. Unfortunate, he's not going to get that kill, and will he pay for his life? We'll see if they have the CC on Swim Team to finish him off, as he's going to reflect there. They're going to have the tether from Maiev, but he's going to be able to dash out once he gets that tether off of him. The Q from Zarya will not quite reach that, and there is Randy Newman on the Orphea there, as now we have objective spotting in both the mid and top lane. We still have this pushing in pretty heavily there for Randy Newman. And Swim Team's going to pick up mid starting right now. They see him. They're going to set up an oil trail so you can't just walk in that comfortably. But it's going to time out before anything happens. Meanwhile, it looks like Randy Newman's just happy trading. 600 health left on the top keep for them. For Swim Team, at least. So we're just kind of trading this away. Nothing crazy happening right now. After Hat's getting more XP on that race to 20. Let's take a. We actually have heat treatment. It's not a talent you see all that often, but it's pretty good if they're diving in or you're diving into them. Activate to teleport to an enemy that has been marked. I forgot that talent moved to 16. So some more mobility, be able to chase down the Orphea and Genji a little bit better. As Swim Team moves down, understanding that they need to make sure that the boss doesn't go for free over to Randy Newman. Born in battle, so some CDR for the Zarya, who also picked up the armor there. You have like just Blaze and Genji or Rhaegar on this with the healing tome. They have the rest hiding away. I mean, they see it. They know they see it. It's a bait. It's not for real. It's just a bait. Are they gonna sniff it out? There goes the ETC clone. They're gonna engage, that means. Orphea's gonna look to flank here. Blaze has got out here as well. There goes the power slide, but they're gonna just kill the Blaze. They're gonna try to kill him. He's still alive. 700 health, 500 health. Genji Dragon Blade gonna finish him off. Meanwhile, Divine Storm on 2 with the Eternal Feast there. And there goes the Mosh Pit on 1. They're just gonna make sure the Maiev does. 2 more walk into the Mosh and the Eternal Feast. Oh my gosh, they took so much damage from that Eternal Feast as I accidentally blocked my map. There goes Imperius. Ancestral is going to be going on to Rhaegar himself. He's down to 400 health there. 300 health, 200 health. Bubble's going to come out. He's going to be all right. Get out there with the help of Zarya. And now Randy Newman is going to go back and get that boss that they deserved. Tough fight. Coming out, they tried to bait with the boss, and the tornado from boss separated Blaze, and he got picked off rather quickly there. That was most unfortunate for them. Earthgrass Totem, so you effectively have a root now on that. So movement speed on Umbra Bind. There's the siege camp with the boss. That's going to have to be defended, or that will just end through half the keep health that is left. Bruiser camp going to be picked up here by Swim Team as they look to push. They're going to have to try to take this objective. They'll lose almost all 3 keeps, maybe even for sure all 3 keeps, if they're not careful about that objective. Just need to defend the boss though. Level 20 is picked up for Randy Newman. We have Death Mosh. Double hat from Hive Mind for the Abathur. Divine Hurricane. One of Uther's more fun talents, though generally considered not needed over Redemption. But apparently he thinks he needs the CDR. The range on it could be the bigger impact, even though the enemy team's like all melee. We have some spell power coming in for the Orphea, and the Dragon Becomes Me for Genji for the extra length on his Dragon Blade. They need to make a play here. I feel like Swim Team needs to do something. Getting this camp does not feel like the right play, to me at least. I feel like you're going to lose this, and losing this is bad. Defending triple cattle lanes like this is hard, especially against an Abathur. I mean, yeah, the Abathur's playing pretty passively right now, like all the way back here. There's no way these beetles are reaching. This beetle's gonna die like here.
You have stolen enough.
Yeah, this beetle's doing nothing right now.
Return to your.
They need to move like way up here. Here could be a good one. Their team though is just gonna finish that off. That is triple keep down. There is the clone ETC going in. There goes Moshpit onto 1. They're just gonna pop everything, even though it's only 1 person. But there's the Silence Graviton. That's just all the ults coming out. That was a team wipe. A very, very clean. There's a 5-man deathmatch though at the end there. But that was just a very clean. They got 20. They quickly killed them, and they're just gonna push forward. Silence and Tomb, ridiculously good. They're just gonna run a bot here with that siege camp. They're just gonna push in, leaving Imperius there to defend. Rewind coming out, Huntress, so some movement speed there. Silence Graviton, which we saw was massively important in that team fight. I mean, if Divine Hurricane got off on all of them like there, that would have been game. Going over to Randy Newman. Pierce hasn't picked his ult just, his level 20 just yet. They killed the sidewall. They're gonna kill 1 tower. Are they gonna run in through this 1 tower? They got 20 seconds. Rhaegar's gonna tank this. Hopefully he has Ancestral. He has the totem going. They killed the wall. They're not taking shots from this tower just yet. There's the Zarya. Rhaegar's still tanking. They did not bubble the Rhaegar. He's gonna run out in wolf form there, come back, letting the aggro swap over to the Blaze. They're taking that, and they're just gonna back up. Just gonna back up. They need to be careful. If they lose a single objective, they lose the game. One temple will end the game for Randy Newman. As there's the Abathur hat we saw. There's also double katas. I think they need to go for it. I think they had to push in there and try to end. Like, it's an all or nothing play, but like, it's one that was probably needed, honestly. They had Graviton. I don't know if they just got it back or not, but they have it. That would have been their key to winning that fight again. But right now they're about to start taking damage on, ping your retreats here, because they know they have to go defend. Like, Insight, you gotta go. Let's go, buddy. This is the game, right here. Whoever wins this fight. Uther coming out, Divine Hurricane onto 4. There goes Mosh onto 2 though. Power Slide unstoppable onto my head, but she doesn't get out in time. And there was the ETC picked up by Imperius. It was the clone actually. We're going in because they know they have to stop this. And in fact, it's GG anyways. Genji not leaving, won the game there. Nice job on his part knowing to stay on the objective and not leave that. As we're going to take a look at some stats here. Sky Temple, victory, going over to Randy Newman. Orphea putting in the most hero damage. We see Zarya actually top the hero damage. I like the idea behind this draft, I gotta say, from Swim Team, but it just didn't quite work out there. I wouldn't mind seeing them run it back and ban out some of the things from, take them to a smaller map, so that way Abathur's not a problem. Ban out like the ETC or Uther or both. Who actually tanked the most there? Well, very little damage actually went into this team, but it was ETC edging out over the Uther in the amount of damage taken. Our feeder was Insight. Though 4 deaths honestly isn't that bad. Like honestly the death count was pretty even all the way down. Like 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 4. So I mean it's pretty even. I have of course topping Siege followed by Orphea. Will show me? It won't show me. And wow, we already have the next lobby available. And the next lobby is Infernal Shrines. This is actually the most played map by both teams. I have that available. If we flop over to where I highlighted my set pages, Infernal Shrines for Swim Team is 2-2 currently, and for Randy Newman it is 2-1. So both teams like the map. I don't know why I'm showing you the lobby. My bad. Both teams like the map. Both teams perform pretty decently on the map. That last game though, pretty interesting to watch. It was like very consistently like one team, Randy Newman holding the lead, and then we'll like lose one random team fight as I make my autofocus camera unfocused by putting my hand in front of it for a second, and then they lose one, and then Swim Team would start to come back, and then they would just lose momentum again because there just wasn't anything left on the map for them to take. So that was interesting. Randy Newman's gonna have the first pick. It actually looks like they swapped sides here. We'll preemptively get ahead of that and swap that around on the overlay because we catch those. Going to Infernal Shrines. Things to look for are wave clear on the shrine. Wave clear for the waves. Not always the same thing, but generally pretty close. Other things to look for, sometimes you see Ragnaros. I don't personally like them. I feel like you're drafting to lose the objective and then defend with Rag, more so than you use Rag to finish. If you want something to finish with, go Diva. It's better. Because she's got more clear of the objective anyways. And then Bomb just blows up 10. So you only need 30, really. But beyond that, Gul'dan's super good. Ariel just got buffed. Ariel Gul'dan, pretty good. Man out the Ana, run Ariel Gul'dan. You could just hyper carry the Gul'dan, really. Pick a second healer. Pick the Uther again. Just something. Anything. Lily. Who cares? Rhaegar. You know. So Ariel Gul'dan, plus another healer, plus 2 big frontliners. And just walk at them. I mean, obviously you're still going to lane and do all the other stuff, but just kind of go for it. Could also Juice Pirate. Not as common on this map, but big enough that you could do it. Could do the portal version as well. Anything else? Looks like we're actually going to start draft, so we will see what they want to pick in just a second here. Alright, and they're gonna launch. We gotta wait for that delay that the... Wow. I'm just gonna go ahead and shorten the name. Shorten the name. There we go. That way they're not overlapping. That looks nice. Much nicer. Wasn't an issue when they were on the other side. But... And... I didn't minimize that, sorry. Got distracted. We have Randy Newman gonna hit the first ban of Game 2 after taking Game 1. This time they're on Infernal Shrines. And they are gonna be looking at... what should they ban? They could ban the Imperius. Imperius put in some work. They can ban out Jaina, they can ban out Gul'dan, they can ban out KT. Really any of the mages. They're gonna ban out Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza does like this map, just like Volskaya and Brexus, like point control maps like those, or where she excels. She's good at zoning out this objective. Butcher banned out again, so that must be a scout. That has to be a scout. Or they just really don't like Butcher. I think it's a scout though. Definitely prefer it if it was a scout. Quick check here. Butcher has been played 3 times with 100% win rate by Randy Newman. So they just don't want to face it. There's the Johanna ban. Another ban. Both teams like it. Solid tank. Good meat shield. Not really much else to that character, really. Good at Shrine Clear. There's the ETC ban. They're saying that was the issue in last game. Don't disagree. Definitely had great engages last game. And this map isn't a stranger to ETC. Really, no map's a stranger to ETC. First pick going over to Randy Newman could be the Tassadar. Fingers crossed other people realize that. It's instead going to be the Kael'thas. We're going to go Kael'thas Ashellanore for this game. And that's exciting, because it's Kael'thas. You don't always get to see him. There's Raynor Sylvanas. Sylvanas, super good at pushing with the objective. Any objective that summons something or gives you something that pushes for you, super good. With Sylvanas, you can shut off buildings, so that way they're not tanking buildings. Could shut off Winions jump behind the gate if they win the objective. Could shut off the whole front wall. So it's actually taking less damage that way. Wink, wink. Look for those kind of plays. There's the Abathur Diablo from Randy Newman. So they're going to take the Abathur again on this map. Not a terrible map for Abathur. Large enough for you to get value. Objective long enough to get value. And of course, Mule. Always super good. Diablo, going to be able to put the Abathur hat in positions to do damage. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the Raynor. Very consistent. There's the Zeratul banned out by Swim Team. Not wanting to deal with a stealth Abathur hat on the objective, or that kind of just ridiculous scaling that would come from a Zeratul Abathur comp. This ban could be a lot of things. Probably a healer. Nah, you didn't need your own healer too. Probably a tank. I'd be in a tank here. Garrosh is amazing into Diablo and cannot throw the minions on Infernal Shrines. So super good. They're gonna ban out the Blaze, because you know what? You saw them play it. Put them on something new. Put a little spice in your life by banning what they play. There's Tyrael Morales! It's Juice Pirates! We're going crazy, guys! Juice Pirate time! Juice Pirates! Juice Pirates! Juice Pirates! I love me some Juice Pirates. It's exciting! Let's go! Let's go! There's the Lily, gonna try to blind it out. It's also gonna punish this Abathur a little bit, potentially, if they're not careful. There's the Greymane as well. Greymane's super good right now. And also getting denied that from the enemy team. Look for an Artan here. Could look for, honestly an Arthas wouldn't be terrible. They're gonna go the Artan round. This is a pretty standard version of it. You have the Sylvanas to turn off the building, so you don't need to worry about tanking as much. You're gonna have the Sank when the enemy team does show up and stops the Sylvanas. I mean, I'm just in love. In love. Let's go. This is exciting. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I do think Randy Newman has all the tools that they will need to deal with this. If they do so correctly, you have to get Lily in position to put out blinds. You have Diablo's going to need to go APOC. Kael'thas is going to be able to get up tons of damage. Probably going to need Graviton CDR, so you can try to spam it a couple times while defending here. You have the Abathur to push. You're going to have Mules to help heal up. You have the Greymane to shred people. Bullet's going to be a nice setup as well. You could also go for the Throat, because they're going to be fighting underneath the objective building here. And in fact, we have Andre on the Artanas, blue space hat, piloting the Tyrael, Insight playing the Raynor, Shane CB9 going to be running the Mom Van Morales, and Hybrid Remix on the Sylvanas. On the other side, we have Randy Newman on the Diablo, Randy Newman on Kael'thas, Randall Newman on the Lily, Randy Newman on the Abathur, and the Greymane is Randy Renewman. Caught it. Good. So they're going to play a little bit smart here. They're actually predicting which lane that they're going to go for here on Swim Team. They're also picking up extra blinds. I didn't even think about it. Wind Serpent on level 1. It's going to probably be a full blind Lily to try to maximize value. They're actually pinging retreat. Oh, good luck to Scallywags, because they understand it's Juice Pirates. It's pirating time, boys and girls and other people. I'm excited. I'm excited. Devil's Due. Exterminator. It's actually Overwhelming Affliction. Huh. Interesting choice. They didn't really need it. They're picking a danger here. There goes the Morales. Morales is actually going to tank it because it prioritizes first come, first serve. Alright, they're just getting the Savant's passive on it now. They're actually trying to take this pretty early. There's going to go Shane CB. 40 health left on him. They're still taking this off right now. There goes Savant, so it's going to come back up here in a second. There goes the Tyrael as well. Artane's going to die as well. They got about half of that. A little over half. I will be honest. When I run Juice Pirates, I think this strat right here is horrendous. I don't think you do this. I think you lane until 10 and then you pirate into places. I disagree that you try the back door at level 1. I don't think it's ever worth it. I think if you just lane and try to shove a lane, it's much better. We see a tower go down here. They're just going back. You're like, this is a base race right now. And it's a base race of, can you push here faster than we can push here? Oh yeah, by the way, we have Sylvanas, an amateur opponent. Are they get back up? They could just go for the race. Diablo's going to start backing up though. They're just forfeiting this. Sylvanas' passive's out now. Like, they have to make a choice here. Probably pick up this camp. Like, if they're just gonna race, they're just racing! It's just a base race at level 1! It's a level 1 to level 3 base race. The extra scaling doesn't look like it's important enough just yet. Welcome to the raid, guys. By the way, we're juice pirating. Here they go, they take a sidewall and they're just going in. They're already on the keep. Randy Newman's not even backing. No fear on their part. There goes the Tyrael. He's going to explode. He should probably clear the minion wave as well as it's killing. There goes Shane on the Morales. No more healing. Inside super low. He's going to Q and start running away. Sylvanas can't get out because she was interrupted. There goes the Artane. He's going to try to... They got half a keep already. Oh my gosh, they got half a keep. This is super early. I disagreed with this call. But if Randy Newman's going to misplay and just try to base race it with an Abathur comp, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work because they're going to go back now. No, they're not. They're going to go somewhere else, saying we'll just wait till 10. We got all the time in the world now. They're going to get their fort up here, so at least passive XP is managed. They do have a huge advantage of 3 levels already. But, like, who cares? Who cares? Swim Team can do whatever they want. They got half a keep as Juice Pirates already. Pre-10. Pre-10. As in fact, Bruiser Camp's going to fall down now as well. Here it comes. They're just going to take a camp. They're going to take camps, try to match up this XP. Bonus XP going over to them because they're so far behind. Get a ton of XP. In fact, they're going to take all the camp. All the camps are theirs. Because they're just still pushing up here. Randy Newman might also get half a keep at level 6. They're going to start taking this wall. They have the Bruiser Camp to keep pushing with it. In fact, here goes Swim Team realizing that they're just base racing, so they're going to run up top now. And it's going to be which team gets the core. This is going to be a super quick game. This is going to be super quick. Randy Newman's just pushing for it. And here they go. They don't have Sylv yet, but they're going to have to push in because they need a race because this extra scaling is going to be huge. 3-level lead on this. Here comes Mule as well. Which team can do it is you have Katas. They're down the Bruiser Camp already. But they're just going to go for it. Core down, or keeps down on both sides. Is anyone gonna back? No one's gonna back. This is straight base race. 3-4 minutes into the game, we have our base race. 81%, 97%. It does look like Randy Newman with the 3-level lead is gonna win because they got there first as well. Amateur opponent not gonna be fast enough. That's gonna be game going over to Randy Newman. Randy Newman taking this series 2-0 in a 4-minute win. 4 minutes! That's ridiculous! That is crazy! Look at the hero damage numbers. 216. 793 is the top hero damage on the team. 4k on the other team. The real difference here is the siege damage. Kael'thas, Greymane, Lily Morales. Lily Morales did tons of siege damage that quickly. 4-minute game! 4-minute game. 0 kills to 10 because of the 2 team wipes. Mind blown. Mind blown. That was a short series. Really short series. Let me just go ahead and message a Randy Newman. I don't know which one was the captain. We're gonna pick this one. I can't just straight up whisper, can I? Let's see if I can find any in NGS chat real quick. But like, 4-minute game because Juice Pirates is a thing. Here's one. Juice Pirates, easily counterable. We just saw a 4-minute game, Juice Pirates lose. Because they just had less straight siege damage. Because they had to pick to backdoor. I love Juice Pirates. That was exciting. Even though Juice Pirates lost. Because Juice Pirates is a cheese strat, and cheese means it only wins if the opponent isn't prepared for it. And they were prepared on Randy Newman. They were prepared even for the level 1. They predicted which tower they would go to at level 1. And that was important. That's how you beat that strat, though, is you just beat them to places. If you're where they're going to be before they're there, you're prepared to defend, and you're there to beat them. Alright, so we're going to get the entire Randy Newman team. After we catch up on the delay. I'm just baffled.
Hello?
Hello!
Hi.
One of the Randy Newmans.
One of them, yes. I think you might get a flood of Newmans here in a second.
Alright, well, there's Randy Newman.
Hello.
Hello. What a series.
Yeah, we had a bedtime tonight, so we kept it quick.
Yeah, I mean, you did it.
Gentleman's agreement.
I don't know how much that was you guys keeping it quick compared to Swim Team keeping it quick, but I mean, if you guys want to take credit.
We participated for sure.
Alright, so let's just talk about game 1 first then. Just start there. Let's start at the beginning. We'll come back to game 2, which I was super excited for. Highlight of the week for sure for me. 4-minute game.
Yeah.
Anyways, game 1. ETC, Abathur, Uther, Genji, or Fia.
Yeah.
Who drafts first of all for you guys?
The
correct answer, of course, is Randy Newman.
Randy
Yeah,
Newman.
of course. You're right. Sorry. You did the answer for me. We kind of had a team in mind, but before the draft started, and we usually get the pieces we want, but teams have started to target ban Butcher, which is not very cash money of them. So if they could stop doing that.
I mean, you've got to run it a whole 3 times, so there's that.
We enjoy it for sure, but
it would have been hype.
we enjoy it, and so we make some adjustments. As chaotic as they may look, we make some adjustments if.
It looks pretty clean. Was the Divine Storm pickup on Uther, was that because they were running 5 melee, or is that something you guys pre-planned to go into?
I think it was the 5 melee, or like just all their 3 tanks or 4 tanks was a big part of it. Just because I don't think we were going to get as much value as we'd want out of like the shield and D-blade.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the tank, the Uther's call, which I think worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, they didn't ever interrupt Dragonblade, I don't think. They never CC'd him during it, so like it wasn't really needed. Mosh, I think, was only interrupted once or twice. It was pretty free too most of the time. So it definitely did not need that extra Divine Shield setup. Were you expecting them to, you kind of, like, there was that fight when they only had like Blaze Rhaegar showing on the boss, and then they were trying to bait you guys over. Did you guys wait for the tornado specifically, or is that just like luck timing that the Blaze got zoned out by that?
I think the one where we wiped, or the one after we wiped?
It was a wipe, I believe.
The first of our 3 wipes, or?
It was like towards the end of the game. It was like the last boss.
Yeah, we were just checking, and we saw it wasn't centered, so we knew they were doing it, and we saw it was like low health, or excuse me, still high health. So we were just kind of chilling, I guess, just to see if they would, leave or leash it or what. I guess let the boss do some damage.
We
didn't want to really
we
engage into the boss stun, so I don't know. We were just kind of waiting and being patient for once, which is
yeah.
which
it's not our strong
we're
suit.
learning. Yeah, we're still learning that trait.
Yeah.
We do have all 5 Randy Newmans here, because you guys can't see that they've all joined during this.
D.
Yeah, we heard you call for us on your stream 2 minutes late.
I saw we're on the full 2-minute delay. instead of
That's good.
they reduced it to like we're only required for like 30 seconds now.
Mm.
But who reads
Good,
the
it
rules?
keeps the competitive integrity.
Yeah, it's just nice because I have time to catch things if something slips through. Not that anything has
true.
slipped through yet, but
Just in case.
yeah, it's always good to have that buffer. Who wants to interact with chat anyways, right?
Yeah.
It's boring.
But game 2. So I take it you guys realized it was Juice Pirates with the Tyrael Morales pick.
Yeah.
Before that, it looked like it could have been played standard. Or did you guys sniff it out on the?
No, it was basically those two picks for like, oh, okay, we get what they're doing.
I mean, it's
and
pretty
I think
obvious.
our last pick at that point was going to be Cassia because they had the Sylvanas and Raynor, but then someone on our team made the call out. We should make
Probably
the change
Randy.
to Greymane. Yeah, I think it was Randy, and that we should just try and race them because we ran into Juice Pirates last year, and it
Same team.
Was it? Oh, was it Sacred Bricks?
Yeah, they were Sacred Bricks
Okay.
last season.
Yeah, and
Oh.
they got the better of us with it. So yeah, Randy had like really good calls on it. We were more or less panicking, but Randy was like just he more or less just kind of held us to. Sorry,
it was-
Andy. How
what are
dare
the
I?
odds?
He was holding us to it to just
80%
counter the
chance.
push. But yeah, I don't want to do that again. That was stressful.
Yeah, it's a stressful game. Like
Yeah.
on either side. I don't think I've ever lost to it, but I've also never lost playing it. So like, it's definitely like one of those ones. Like, do you know what you're doing? Yes. No. All right. Well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
It was just fun. It was a fun series. It was a fun one because then you guys ended up in the base race scenario, but you guys had like a 4-level lead. So it was like, I don't think amateur opponents quite enough value in that situation.
Yeah.
I also
we had to do
disagree
free
with the level 1 backdooring that they tried. I think you just soak till 10. I think it's just the best way to play that comp.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what they did. I think
Yeah.
last season they did that to us in the playoffs and beat us, and it was on Cursed Hollow, and they did the same thing. They backdoored, but I think it was a little easier because it's a little shorter distance, and I guess we're split at that time. It was like, I think we had like 3 people in that lane, and this time I think we just decided to 5-man a lane, and we either meet them in the same lane or we just counter push.
Yeah.
And we happened to meet them this time, and it was different than last time, I guess, where we had like a 5-man defense, so it worked
Yeah.
out for us this time.
I mean, it's cheese, and by definition, cheese comp only works if the opponent doesn't know what you're doing. So you guys knew it because you guys seen it before, so you guys were a little bit more prepared this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot
I mean,
less
we'll take it,
chaos.
but I cannot stress enough just how panicked we more or less were. And Nandy was more or less just like, guys, just stick to me, do what I say, and we just did that. The results of that game is not reflective of how panicked we were.
Yep. Yeah.
I definitely understand that one, having played against it myself. Any shoutouts you guys want to do? Right
Yeah, shouts out to Mountain Dew Game Fuel, our sponsor. Thanks a lot, Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
It's
Good
liquid
stuff.
wind sauce.
Yep.
And shouts out to, I guess, you, Majesty. We
Yeah.
didn't expect to have a cast because we had some scheduling snafus, and this kind of got scheduled just like yesterday. And so appreciate you picking us up and
Yeah.
giving us a cast. And
Yeah, I was gonna do a few loose screws versus Regen Retro, and then I got word that that game was canceled. So I was like, all right, well, this is the only other game available open this late.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, yeah, we're we're always glad to be cast. And
Yeah.
as
Nice
always,
and
I guess,
efficient.
thanks to NGS. Ector was big for us. He helped mediate some of the scheduling issues we had, but
Mhm.
it wasn't a big deal. We got it figured out. Just some real world responsibilities came in for both teams, but Ektar did a really good job of smoothing that over. So we appreciate him and just everyone at NGS putting this together. And we're excited for the playoffs.
yeah, your whole series took less than an hour. I was really surprised with the rate at which you guys transferred from map 1 to map 2. Like, it was really quick. I was surprised. Most teams take a couple
Oh yeah,
minutes there.
I wasn't expecting that either. But Andrade was on it. They were ready
Yeah.
to choose
That's
Pirates.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pre-pip. Did you guys ban curse?
We
We did.
I need
Both
fun.
yeah,
games
we did.
first,
We were
right?
first pick both games.
Yeah.
No, did you ban the map Curse Hollow? And you guys did not. That's what I was checking.
We banned
Tomb
we did
and
not ban
Battlefield of
Curse Hollow.
Eternity. I got my
but they,
cheat sheet here.
Yeah, I guess they felt like we would definitely catch on at that point. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
They had
Sky,
a plan,
actually,
and
if they were gonna do it, I'm surprised they didn't do it on Sky Temple. That's where most
we got
people-
fortunate that we went top. I think their plan works a lot better if we were bottom, or we were split lanes from them. But
Yeah, true.
we would have pushed, and I couldn't tell you which their team probably pushes faster out. So I don't know how that ends. Maybe we got pretty fortunate to meet up with them, and we caught a little bit of vision of them before they got to the bush, so we were able to backtrack and not let them get much free damage on the fort.
Yeah. The Bruiser camp that you guys picked up for your push also helped out a lot.
Yeah,
True.
for sure.
But other than that, yeah, just a good series. It's my own sign-off time. Since we did the whole game in under an hour, the whole series.
Yeah, definitely our
53
fastest
minutes.
game of this season.
So you guys can of course always find us here at Nexus Commentary on Twitch, since that's where we usually are. Texers, who actually owns the Nexus Commentary Twitch page and runs a lot of the things behind the scenes, finally remembered the password to the Twitter account. So the Twitter that handle that's shown underneath my name all season, we actually can post there now. We actually made our first post of the season today, since he finally remembered it. So there's that, and then of course all the replays go up onto YouTube as well, and you'll have to search around. They're actually under my personal YouTube because I don't have access to the Nexus Commentary YouTube, because Dexters can't be bothered to remember that password either. So
It's tough, man.
yeah, it is. It's hard. It's hard. He's like 48, so he's like ancient, getting ready to
We'll
retire.
set you guys up with a LastPass account. That stuff's magic.
But yeah, thank you to NGS, of course, for always setting up this tournament, this series of games as well. Thank you to both the teams for putting on quite the show in both games, but a little bit more so in game 2. Always exciting to see choose Pirates contrarily to other people's opinions.
Yeah.
And
It's fun.
yeah, that's it for
All right.
us here today, and we'll see you all next time in the Nexus.